Remember, we sold the property for 189,995, but we paid 120 for it, so we have a massive back-end profit. How lovely is that? How much money we made, Doug?
Well, we made there's some other bits there first.
Yeah.
Finish that.
Okay, let me finish that.
Fill the spaces in.
If the interest rate goes up, the monthly payment goes up. If you own a property and the interest rate went up, can you increase the rent same way, proportionately? No. You take the negative cash flow. Okay? But with us, you increase the rate because our rate mirrors their rate. No voids. We don't have tenants. We don't change tenants every 12 months or every 2 years. We don't have to repair properties. We don't have to do gas certificates. We don't have to do electrical checks. They bought the property. That's their responsibility. We don't need any managing whatsoever. All we have to do is check the monthly payment is made and issue a statement once every year.
So we made a shed load of money on this one, about £100,000.
Who would like this now? Wonderful.
3-bedroom ex-council house. So let's have a look at the JV. This is the document that we use to buy and control property, the single document. It's 11 pages. Very, very simple. Something that we designed and put together and perfected. And we've had it checked by legal counsel and double-checked, and we've changed it and perfected it. Thank you. So let's have a look at what a JV does. That's a joint venture agreement or a joint venture contract. Each one is bespoke. It's tailor-made to each individual opportunity. In fact, what we do is we just fill in the blanks in the document. It contains a power of attorney which enables us to take control over the property or the transaction immediately. The power of attorney is very, very powerful. It determines the terms and conditions of the contract or the agreement, the length of the contract. It contains a lock-in agreement, and it contains, very importantly, a third-party authority, which enables us to speak to the seller's lender if we're babysitting. It enables us to speak to the lender in order to agree that we are now paying the mortgage payments on behalf of the lender, of the borrower. There isn't a bank in this country, there isn't a lender in this country that does not accept third-party payments other than JP Morgan and HSBC. There's a way around that because we simply set up a joint account with the seller. So, having taken the third-party authority, speak to the lender, we have total control over the situation. So let's show you 5 simple steps of the process. Very, very simple steps.
Find a motivated seller. Control or buy a property with a single document, joint venture agreement. Find a buyer. We usually use Rightmove. It's a brilliant way of finding nice motivated buyers. Then sell an instalment contract and make sure lots of money.
Do you think anybody here could do one of these? It's not rocket science. Very, very simple. So let's recap. We showed you what is an instalment contract. Hopefully by now you've got a bit more of a clear idea what an instalment contract is. How we're making profits in every deal. We showed you some real life examples. We showed you a few babysits, a few lemons. And then we showed you how we're buying and controlling property using a single document. If we have time this evening, we're doing some live deal structuring at the back of the room if you want to come and see us. If anybody here has a lemon and they would like to see how we can make a profit from the lemon and turn it into a gold mine, we'll do that here. So come and see us at the back. Before we leave the stage, we just want to bring our offer to you. It would be rude not to invite you to learn more about instalment contracts for those of you that wish to. For those of you that don't wish to, close your ears and sing to yourself for a few minutes. We'll be quick as we can. I just want to go through that we are running a 2-day workshop on the 9th and 10th of November here in London, and on day 1 we're going to go through the mindset of the investor, which is my favourite subject, 40 years in personal development. We're going to show you how to reprogram yourself to turn yourself into a money-making machine.
I'm a good example of a successful implementation of the mindset of an investor. Over the years, I've changed from a university student to a money-making machine.
My protege. We show you how to buy and control property using little or no money down, learn the entire buying and selling process, step by step, how to sniff profits in any and every deal, We show you 101 ways to market for these motivated sellers, where to find them, the best places to find them, the top 5 strategies that we use, the live deal structuring, and then on day 2, Mesud.
Step-by-step structure of an installment contract. We're going to show you every single clause in the contract, which are the important bits and how careful you should be when you're filling them. We're also going to show you how to do your research, and we're going to show you our online tools, how to get your deals structured and how to see the profits. Also, we're going to show you how to market for buyers. We're going to show you how our Rightmove account works, and if you'd like to take advantage of that, we can show you how to generate leads efficiently and very quickly. Also, finding and converting buyers into satisfied homeowners. That gives me a lot of pleasure. Every time I see a family and they'd like to move into a house and I see the happiness in their eyes when they get the keys, that makes me happy. So we're going to show you how to do that and how to get your leads to understand that this is an opportunity. This is not just a normal property, but an opportunity to get on the property ladder. If you understand that as well, you're going to make money very, very easily. Also, we're going to show you how to build your professional power team and create wealth for life. We also give you a bonus, our best kept secret, our no money down strategy, only behind closed doors.
So, price.
697 plus VAT, I think is very cheap. It's never going to be that cheap, and I'm not sure if we're going to be running another one. So the last chance to get on our workshop.
Early bird special is £497 plus VAT. If you see Graham at the back of the room, he'd be pleased to give you more information or take some details and send you some more information. And there are forms at the back of the room. For those of you who can't wait till November, who are excited, want to get out and buy some of these lemons from people, then there is a DVD set, which we've got here this evening. You can order one of these, or you can take one away with you this evening. 8 DVDs.
If you want to take away any of them today, we've got a limited number. I think we have only 8.
So this was filmed at our last 2-day workshop, which was just a few months ago. It's full 2 days, taking the breaks out. That's it. You get him and me for 2 days.
Also, all the paperwork that we use comes with it.
That's the bonus. Thank you. We've got a bonus. So £497. There's an early bird special offer of £397 plus VAT. The order forms at the back of the room. See Graham. And that's the website that you need to log on to, londonpropertyuniversity.co.uk/products. We have that written down at the back of the room. You can take that away with you, so you haven't got to note it now. And then the bonus pack is that you get all the legal documentation that you need. Every single piece of legal documentation that you will ever require is provided with both the DVDs and the 2-day workshop. Access to our Global Facebook account for our students only, for sharing deals and information, and more importantly, 30-day email support, so you're not out there on your own. If you've got questions to ask, email us and we'll help you. We'll hold your hand on the first few deals. That's it. I think Mesud wanted to go through some quick numbers just to show you that we're not lying about the numbers.
£17,200 deposit, £5,600 deposit, £70,000 cashback from a purchase, £5,000 deposit, £5,600 deposit, £18,000 deposit, £29,600 deposit, £51,871 cashback, £50,000 cashback. How many of you would like this? Come and see us at the back of the room.
We're taking a few questions before we go, and then before Andy comes back on and closes the meeting. 1 or 2 questions.
I sold a property on an installment contract a couple of years back. Everything worked just as you described. I actually sold it at like 15% premium. The problem is, so I got the upfront cash flow, the monthly cash flow is also very big. The problem is now the buyer wants to exit, but can't find a lender that is struggling to find a lender that will agree to the valuation of the contract. So how do you deal with that?
Did you have a short-term agreement with the seller?
Yeah, so it's a 5-year agreement, but so I'm the seller.
You're the seller?
5-year agreement, the buyer wants to exit after 2 years.
Why don't you extend the contract for a small fee?
I would prefer she buys it actually. Because, it makes sense, why wait 5 years when I can get money now?
Yeah.
The problem is the lender won't accept the valuation because it's 15% above market value. So do you add a case like that?
Did you say 50%?
1.5.
Oh, 15%, okay. Well, quite clearly the property value hasn't increased sufficiently for them to borrow enough money to cash out. So quite clearly, they're not ready.
Yeah.
So So they're going to have to have some more time. Our instalment contracts run for 30 years. So they've got 30 years to sort the problem out. But what we do is to put them in touch with a good mortgage broker. We ask the mortgage broker to provide them with a mortgage as soon as is practical. So that's 3 to 5 years on average, that's what happens. But, you know, we haven't had great growth over there in the last 5 years, have we? So they're going to have to wait a little bit longer, and so are you, unless they can come up with a bit more money to put down as a deposit.
Another
question?
Here is the key. If your requirement is for them to cash out within 2 years, you have to very carefully select a buyer that is capable and has a strategy of exiting in 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
Good point, good point. Any more questions before we leave the stage? I'm amazed that we haven't got loads of badgering, sort of nasty questions, because somebody promised me. That gentleman there.
How do you determine monthly amounts other than obviously having to cover the mortgage?
The monthly amount usually I determine a certain percentage above our current rate. So, and I usually judge a certain amount of money above monthly rent as well. So, depends on the property itself and depends on the area of demand. Some properties in East London I can charge quite a large amount of money over and above rent because I know there is a great demand. In certain areas, in more like village locations, I cannot charge so much. So that's what we cover in the 2-day workshop as well, how to structure your deals in an efficient way that they will sell to buyers. No point being super greedy and trying to charge the same amount of margin on every deal. Some deals you're going to get less profit, on some you're going to get much greater than you thought. So we're going to show you how to do that. That's why we do careful research. Thank you.
I'm told we've got a little bit more time, but Andy's eager to get on because we are running late. So if you're happy to come to the back of the room and see us back there, there are 3 of us to answer your questions. We brought 3 of us tonight, so because we knew there'd be quite a few of you here. Happy to stay here as long as you need us. We're not in any rush to get away. We're happy to be the last ones to leave. So if you want to come and see us at the back of the room, please do. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Mesud.